The American Revolution, a timeline of battles. On April 19, 1775, the British were sent to Concord to capture the American armory. What they discovered was that messengers had been sent out to gather an army. British General Lord Percy and his forces were defeated by the American militia. On June 17, 1775, the British forces stationed in Boston, led by General Howe, attacked the American forces on Bunker and Breed's Hill. The Americans were defeated and forced to retreat, but the British suffered heavy losses. On August 27, 1776, the British launched their attack on New York. General Howe's 20,000 troops attacked General Washington's 10,000. The Americans were defeated and forced to retreat to Manhattan. On Christmas night, 1776, General Washington and his forces rode across the Delaware to surprise the Hessian forces stationed in Trenton. They surrounded the Hessians, and the Hessian general Colonel Rall, clearly outnumbered and surrounded, surrendered his forces. British General John Burgoyne's march to capture Albany was interrupted on October 17, 1777, when his force of 5,000 was stopped in the village of Saratoga, New York, and surrounded by almost 14,000 American troops. Burgoyne tried to break free, but when he couldn't, he surrendered his forces. On February 23, 1779, frontiersman George Rogers Clark and 120 men attacked the British fort at Vincennes. He spread his forces out and marched them around the fort to make it seem like he had more men. He tricked Colonel Hamilton into surrendering. On January 17, 1781, American Colonel Daniel Morgan and his forces were being pursued by Lieutenant Colonel Tarleton and his British forces. Near the South Carolina and North Carolina border, Morgan stopped and positioned his forces. The British rushed in and were quickly defeated by Morgan's strategy. General Cornwallis and his forces had seized Yorktown, Virginia, and on September 28, 1781, American forces under General Washington and French forces led by General de Rochambeau marched on Yorktown, trapping Cornwallis on the peninsula. The siege lasted 21 days before Cornwallis surrendered his forces, ending the Revolutionary War.